You remember that clip of Bill Nye being all pissed off and burning the globe?
But you're adults now, and this is an actual crisis. Got it?
It's kind of the energy we're going in today's video with. Sorry if you guys haven't heard about the news yet. Sorry to be the one pissing in the Cheerios. Today's video, we're going to be talking about Rocket League's new announcement. The RLCS 2024 season is finally here. It starts with Open Qualifier 1 on January 26th. We're increasing open competition, focusing on long-term sustainability and widening pricing for more players than ever before. Registration opens next week. A lot of people on Twitter are still kind of like speculating what this even means, reading through the article, all kind of combining to assess what the situation is going to be, since we've all waited the past 5 months for this, you know. But it's underwhelming. It's underwhelming to say the least, man. In my honest opinion, I don't see any good changes here either. It mostly just seems like a big pay cut. That's what it seems like. On the outsider viewer perspective, Rocket League has been stripped down to its core, man. The past year or so that Psyonix has taken over, it is downhill and downhill. For creators, for pros, for people that really enjoy this game. RLCS is really something that kind of, molds this community together. Even if we can't enjoy things like new LTMs or like new ranks or anything like that, we know for a fact in the back of our head we still have RLCS to watch. The hype, the lands, the competitiveness, the rooting for your nation, rooting for your country, you know what I mean? Like it's what makes Rocket League alive, in my opinion. One of the big things that they changed, one of the main things I think, they went from $6 million in the prize pool last year to $4.3 million this year. And not just that, but the top 128 open qualifiers will be paid for qualifying, just for qualifying. So they're paying out way more teams now. And in my brain, obviously, the more teams they have to pay out, that means the less professionals are getting bigger contracts, which means these organizations can't afford to pay their players. So less money, less incentive, less professionals, less RLCS. That's how I'm looking at it as a viewer, as a casual. On top of that, reading from Jamaican Coconut's tweet, it says we have 3 open online qualifiers for each major. We have top 4 from North America, top 4 from EU, top 2 from Middle East and North Africa. We have top 2 teams from Oceania, top 2 teams from South America, top 1 team from Asia Pacific, and Sub-Saharan Africa servers. So they're cutting teams even. Like we're gonna have 3 lands, dude. Unless they plan something outside of these, we have 3 lands, 3 in-person events that are actually just gonna be hype. Everyone's gonna show up, but I can only imagine how well they're gonna go. Man, I'm sure the one in NA will probably be in like California or something, right? So we have less lands, less world spots, 128 rev split. Like it's so much less incentive in my mind. It's gonna be a tough year unless they're planning something outside of it, like Gamers 8 or some other events like those where they third-party organizations plan their own thing. That's really what's going to keep it alive this year, gents. Waking up to all of this, I kind of just wanted like everyone's perspective on this. So I went straight into Rocket League lobbies, into casual, and I went and asked some other players what their thoughts on it were. Honestly, didn't go too well. Most people had no idea that there was even an RL esports announcement. Next plan was to go into streamers' chats and see what their thoughts were.
All right. Any workers?
Thoughts on RLCS update? From what I've heard, it doesn't sound like it's great news.
Caige, how are you? Thoughts on the RLCS update? I think it's poor. I think it's very poor. 128 teams. Crazy.
Hi, Caige. Hello. Welcome. Welcome in. So my thoughts on RLCS, I feel bad for the players because like I feel like their livelihood is getting kind of fucked with, and that sucks. And I know a lot of them look forward to like plans and stuff, and to take away like a whole split is kind of crazy. Sorry, I'm trying to get my thoughts together. From a casual viewer's perspective, though, I think that like the only viewers who will be like affected are people who like go to LANs, because there's only gonna be 3 this whole year, which is kind of crazy.
Il a pas digéré cette affaire, non. Le maillot, c'était pour le photoshoot d'aujourd'hui. Ouais, oui, je l'ai sorti pour ça, oui, c'est vrai. Et du coup, je l'ai remis ce soir, là.